Greetings, viewers, and welcome to the latest edition of Slacker Symposium, the Bracket Edition, number 2. Tonight we're going to follow our friends at Disney Food Blog who threw a table service throwdown at us, and we're going to give our thoughts and feelings on how we feel about that. So, you know them as the Core Four. I'll let them introduce themselves, but you know that I'm the J. Crows. When we throw it to Oakland, that means we're throwing it to
Lynn's Reed. Fabulous to see all of you and be here to share strong opinions. Unfounded.
Then when we come all the way back to Abilene, Texas, storybook capital of America, we have who we call affectionately the siblings.
Hello, everybody. Jezreel D.
And me.
That's all I got.
Really, that was strong work, guys. Strong work.
And as they help me take my campaign to take over this channel completely with that introduction, we have some special guests with us all the way from Rhode Island. We have Devin and Beth. Skate to sneakers.
Thank you for allowing us to join in our opinions of these table service restaurants.
It's a gift.
Yes.
Be sure and check them out on Instagram, and be sure and follow their channel on YouTube. They have lots of thoughts and feelings out there.
Yes. After this, we'll either be closer friends or you'll hate us. So, we'll check back with you guys afterwards.
We only work in extremes here, apparently.
After our last bracket show, we had a pretty good throwdown over corn dogs.
I saw it.
Pretty trivial. Quick serve. Who cares? We're talking table serve. This could get pretty serious pretty quick. I know we all have lots of thoughts and feelings about this.
It's a table serve culture here.
Yeah,
it's a table serve culture.
That's how we roll.
So if quick serve was going to get that dark and dirty, I have no idea where this is about to go.
I give my reminder that as Chaplain Reed, we love each other, we accept each other, and conflict is a normal part of relationships. So we can work through it no matter what happens. If there needs to be a healing circle, so be it. We got this. I believe in us. Hugs.
And with that, we will kick off the Disney Food Blog Table Service Throwdown. Round 1, Beaches and Cream, Grand Floridian Cafe. We'll start on the West Coast. Thoughts and feelings, Lynn's Reed.
Hands down, Grand Floridian Cafe. Just kidding. I just wanted to just Crow's life flash before his eyes. No, Beaches and Cream. I have so many happy memories there of so many bowls of ice cream eaten with so many wonderful people. And Marv and I have a plan to demolish a kitchen sink on our own at Wine and Dine. So Beaches and Cream.
I like it. Let's throw it to our New England correspondents, either Devin or Beth.
I'm going to go Beaches and Cream, but not for the ice cream aspect, for their delicious fried food, including tater tots.
Oh, you and Lynn's just bonded.
Oh, over the top.
Changing lives, building friendships. That's what we do on this channel.
I also said Beaches and Cream. I'm not sure I've ever been. Maybe a long time ago for ice cream takeout back to the room, but I think I'd like it.
There's nothing wrong with the walk-up window. I probably hit the walk-up window more than I've actually hit up the actual restaurant. So I'm on board with that, Devin. The math says that it wins, but I really do want to hear the siblings' thoughts and feelings before we move on.
My thoughts and feelings. I've eaten at both places, and Beaches and Cream, hands down.
I've not eaten at Grand Floridian Cafe. Lynn sent me pictures of her food from Grand Floridian Cafe. It looked pretty good. I'd go there. Yes, Lobster Benedict. The only other Lobster Benedict I had was at Plaza. So
approved.
It was fine. It was fine. I know. I see your face, Lynn's. Magic Kingdom lobster is dangerous, but it was fine.
Plaza doesn't count.
It was actually it was pretty cheap, like $20 for Lobster Benedict. So I'll go with that.
Beaches and Cream moves on as expected. Moving on, the Kona Cafe. or Olivia's Cafe? I know the J. Crow's is going to need a little bit of explanation. I think I've heard of Kona's Cafe, but I can't say that I know what the other is.
So I've eaten at Kona Cafe. It is in the Polynesian, kind of right as you get off the monorail, correct?
Mhm.
Sort of.
Mhm.
Yeah. I went there and the Grand Floridian during my Disney Renaissance as an adult when I gladly wasn't paying for anything for that trip, thanks to a work trip. But it was delicious, and I still think about the butter that I ate there.
Whoa.
It was fabulous, but I've never eaten at Olivia's.
I do eat
I
butter.
haven't made it there. It's like
That was a ringing
macadamia
endorsement
butter.
for the Kona Cafe. Jared, you want to just keep us rolling?
I haven't eaten at neither of these. I know Olivia's is at Old Key West and has
I'm looking at the
supposedly
food at Olivia's.
good fried chicken. Supposedly some of the best fried chicken on the WDW. Kona Cafe, of course, you can get table served Tonga toast there if you wanted to be fancier and not go to Captain Cook's downstairs at the Poly. But I don't know. This would be have to be which one would I rather try, and I'm probably just gonna lean towards Olivia's because I want some fried chicken right
All
now.
right. Finally, we're getting some controversy here. Let's go to our New England correspondents. Kona or Olivia's?
So I have eaten at both.
Woo!
I've eaten at Kona for both breakfast and dinner. Also eaten dinner at Olivia's, and Kona has a special place in my heart because anywhere that serves the pog juice and Tonga toast, yeah,
Bringing it.
yep.
Beth coming with the
Kona.
knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
They also have Loco Moco there, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
I think they do.
You
Yeah.
do.
I'm surprised that you chose Olivia's over the Asian food.
It's not. It's Asian Pacific Islander.
It's Asian Pacific Islander food. Hello.
And before we get ourselves in any kind of trouble, we're going to kick it to Devin.
I said Kona as well, but don't think I've been to Olivia's. But I'm a big fan of the Tonga toast and going to the Polynesian.
All right, West Coast correspondent, your vote doesn't really count, but we're still interested in your thoughts and feelings.
My thoughts and feelings count for days, and I was actually going to choose Kona Cafe. I've never been, but I think Jared and I had a plan to go during Star Wars, because I remember looking at the Tonga toast and being like, that. I want to go to that place and eat that. So I haven't had it yet, but I will, because I want to eat
I recommend.
toast. Okay.
Highly.
All right. Well, Jared kind of threw a wrench in that being unanimous.
Fair.
It was probably a foolish choice.
Okay.
The headband's probably a little too tight. It's cutting off the
Probably.
circulation.
Yeah. You might want to
Sanaa or the Whispering Canyon in our next matchup. I'm not sure who to throw it to on this one. Why not, Linz Reed? Why don't you lead us off?
I've never been to Whispering Canyon, but I have been to Sanaa for the first time ever with Jared on our friend-iversary. So that's like, and it was bomb. Like, Jared, you were bomb, but the food was also bomb. So we will, just like the whole experience of that gives it big high marks, 5 stars, good conversation in my
Main
book.
vehicle.
I'd like you to say more about the friend-iversary.
Oh, friend-iversary was when Jared and I became
Link above.
Yeah, link above. Marathon Weekend 2020, when we found out we were not weirdos from the internet after I participated in Don't Be Training with Slackers Volume 6, link above, before Jared knew me as anything more than a stranger on the internet. We ate a lot of food, and the rest is history. Here I am.
I think I showed up the next day, and like you guys were best friends in the world after that. I remember him saying, "I can't wait for you to meet Lindsay Reed in person." So
I am pretty darling, as
you
it
are
turns out,
approved, yes.
and humble. Thank you,
All
guys.
right, Jared. So you can build off of all of this goodwill and friendship. Why don't you tell us your thoughts and feelings on Sanaa versus the Whispering Canyon?
I've never eaten at Whispering Canyon, but Sanaa was excellent. Lynn saw a giraffe. That's
I
my
did.
answer.
Final answer.
Yes.
Sibling, your thoughts?
I've eaten at neither, but if I were going to choose a place to eat, it would be Sanaa and not Whispering Canyon. Sorry, Whispering Canyon.
Then let's take it up to the northeast and see what our friends up in the RI feel.
So Whispering Canyon is the one where they harass you while you eat.
No.
And if you like ask for all the for ketchup, they bring you all the ketchup, and like that really stresses me out. I go with Sanaa, hands down, because of their bread service.
Yes. Yes.
That is great knowledge.
Yeah.
The bread service is too much for 2 people.
Yes. Too much for us. We didn't finish it. And we
You can get the bread service to go.
Ooh.
Game changer.
Oh.
Pro tip.
You don't
from
even
Beth.
have to put it in your pocket to save it for later. You just ask for it.
How about, what did they do about the sauces? Because there's like 85 sauces they bring to
They
you.
all come in their little plastic cup. You just don't know what they are, and it's a
Because
surprise.
it's Disney, they do.
So have you done this before?
I've had a close friend who has done it before and recommends it.
Devin, what are you thinking?
I've been to both, and I had Sanaa as well. I'm kind of picky, so I don't know what I would like there, but I like bread a lot, so, and the drafts.
Sounds like the bread was the put it over the top. I will say Dovey Crow is a huge Whispering Canyon fan, and I didn't realize that was the name of it, but she loves the comedic factor of the ketchup all coming from all the other tables. Marv and Dovey live for that kind of stuff, so shout out, Marv. Moving on,
Sorry,
Tony's
Dovey.
Town Square, Liberty Tree Tavern. I know Jar Ox and Spoon has lots of thoughts for this. Share your feelings, King.
Well, it looks like we're getting into the Magic Kingdom table serve section of the bracket.
Getting very sad down here.
So I have not eaten at Tony's Town Square. I've only heard terrible things about it. I've eaten at Liberty Tree. I have not done the family style thing, but I had a burger there and it was pretty good. And I've had the toffee thing at the dessert party. So kind of had that dessert there. So I go with Liberty Tree Tavern.
Mhm.
And I like how they announce people like, from the Republic of Texas. Hear ye, all that kind of stuff. So
Theming
it's
wins
fun.
out in the end.
Keep going, sibling.
I have not eaten at Tony's either, but same, heard terrible things about it. And Liberty Tree Tavern was also one of my Disney Renaissance restaurants, and I had the home style, and it was delicious, and it was a lot of food.
America.
Lynn's Reed.
All right, I'm voting for Liberty Tree, and it is one of those places that I kind of walk in like, I'm not here, that's fine. I'm lost. That's not why I'm here. But I do know Tony's Town Square.
I needed air conditioning. That's why I'm here.
Right. It has pretty bomb air conditioning. But a true Lynn's Reed fact is my favorite post 10K meal is the bacon cheeseburger from Liberty Tree Tavern.
Oh,
I love it. It's bomb.
insider knowledge.
Yeah, you will often find me at Liberty Tree after the 10K because that is real good. And I also get the sticky toffee pudding, and I request 2 scoops of ice cream on it because sometimes they only give you 1, and that's appalling. So I have a soft spot for Liberty Tree. I'm not gonna lie.
Devin, the ballots are in, but we still want to hear your opinion.
I've been to both, and I know Tony's is supposedly terrible, and I ordered something that wasn't really on the menu, but I can't eat what's at Liberty Tree Tavern. All meat, so I'm gonna have to vote for Tony's. But if you ever order plain gnocchi, it's pretty good. But I haven't had anything else.
Good for you for speaking your truth and living your best life. We
Is that a secret menu item?
Well, they have it, but it's like with a bunch of vegetables, so I just asked for just the pasta.
Oh.
Well, to Lindsay Crow.
You are my people. 2 vegetables.
Beth, what do you think?
I'm going to go Liberty Tree, but I don't know what y'all are doing by ordering cheeseburgers at Liberty Tree when you can have Thanksgiving dinner.
Exactly.
The stuffing and the mac and cheese at Liberty Tree that comes with the family-style Thanksgiving dinner is great.
All right.
Did you know Liberty Tree used to have characters at it?
Yes.
The colonial characters. That's the last time I went there. They had the characters, so it's been a while.
Liberty Tree for the win.
Sorry about
I'm
my
seeing
handwriting.
It looks fine. I'm seeing a
Stylus
theme
writing.
here. If we've eaten it somewhere, we vote for it. If we've never eaten at something, we don't. So, having said that, Cinderella's Royal Table taking on Be Our Guest, another MK special. I know.
I like
that-
how they qualified
Jez,
as
jump
Be
right
Our
in
Guest
there, Jez. It's
No,
all
I'm
you.
just saying. I'm going to point out that they qualified it as Be Our Guest dinner.
Yes.
So they're not saying Be Our Guest at breakfast
It's not quick serve.
when they
Be Our
used to
Guest.
have it. Yeah. So
You just keep say more. You just keep saying more.
I haven't had either. I am not helpful after that, except that the theming is great
So-
and Be Our Guest.
Jez is recusing herself from this discussion.
I don't
Let's
know
throw it
anything.
to the Northeast panel. Rhode Island, save us.
So I've been both. I've done Cinderella's Royal Table Breakfast, which is just like a fancy shui on Mickey waffles. It's nothing impressive. I can't
Dang
speak
it.
for dinner. Be Our
Jared
Guest
has us signed
dinner.
up for that every year.
I
Oh
don't
no, we
recommend.
are.
Yeah. Thanks, Jared. You just got
Sorry.
dissed.
Be Our Guest dinner is like, it's good. It's nothing spectacular, but by default, Be Our Guest dinner is the winner.
Devin, I'm looking at you. You can't see me looking at you, but I'm looking at you.
For that one, I've been to both, and I voted for Be Our Guest. I think Cinderella's Royal Table has gone down over the years. We used to go almost every year as kids,
Scathing.
and it gets plainer and plainer every year. I don't know. They used to have blueberry stuffed French toast that was really good.
It's
They don't have
plainer
any.
so that the princesses can shine.
Yes. Linz Reed, you're looking great in those mouse ears. Please share.
Okay. So I've been to Be Our Guest dinner. I haven't been to Cinderella's Royal Table. I am going to Cinderella's Royal Table for Signature Dining Day.
Approved.
Be Our Guest dinner was fine. I went over marathon weekend, and I think I had steak every night for 3 days in a row, and I think it was the least satisfying steak that I had. But on principle, I struggle because Cinderella's Royal Table is the place that has avocado toast for $62 pre-fee menu, and I want to object to that on principle because that's abhorrent. So I'm gonna go Be Our Guest dinner.
Jez D, would you like to add anything?
Come on, unfold your menus, take a glass. That's all I got.
That's what I was looking for. Moving on. The bottom half of this bracket is very sad. The Crystal Palace and Skipper Canteen facing off. I don't have a lot of excitement for the last 3 or 4 rounds. Notice I've not really contributed. If you love the
Notice his
MK,
posture
you love
in
the
his
MK
chair.
food, you love all that stuff, you probably don't love this channel. So, Crystal Palace, Skipper Canteen, Jar Rocks and Spoon. I know you have some deep, dark thoughts and feelings for this.
I refer to Skipper Canteen. I refer to Skipper Canteen as poor man's
Oh, no.
Tiffins.
Poor man's
Poor man's Tiffins. Yeah, I've got the whole fried fish at Skipper Canteen. It was fine, and some other bread service which pales in comparison to Sanaa. Crystal Palace, like I've eaten there for dinner and a couple times. It's fine. Breakfast is much better because it has the like breakfast lasagna with all kinds of things that aren't good for you, but it's good. And if you want your picture of Winnie the Pooh, go there. I choose the Crystal Palace.
Linz Reed, how do you feel about this MK special?
I've never been to either restaurant because most trips I don't even enter MK. The only time I went to MK during marathon weekend was for Be Our Guest dinner to have my second of 3 steaks. But I'm going to say the Crystal Palace because like Jared told me about the breakfast lasagna. And I think we're going to go there. So I approve of the concept of breakfast lasagna wholeheartedly.
Beth, you look ready to jump in there. I'm throwing it to you.
I actually don't really have an opinion on either of these places. I haven't experienced them. Skipper Canteen seems underwhelming to me. So by default, I'm going to go Crystal Palace because I have heard good things about breakfast, the lasagna as well, and that's my jam. So Crystal Palace. Devin has good feelings about these, though.
Devin, and we're going to throw it to you.
I've only been to the Crystal Palace. I've done dinner a long time ago, but breakfast almost every time. Skipper's Canteen looks much too adventurous for me. So Crystal Palace, the family fave.
Devin, do you participate in the friendship parade?
No.
It's one of the best parts of Crystal Palace.
I'm friendship parade.
Kind of shy.
That
So this
tips from my
Devin, when's your next Run Disney experience scheduled for?
Wine and dine.
So it's official, wine and dine. We'll be doing the friendship parade with Devin. Mark it down. Jar Rocks and Spoon, make us a reservation. We don't allow shyness in this space, and so it's a done deal.
We love it.
Jez, the math says that your opinion doesn't count, but of course
apparently
it does. So, any thoughts and feelings to share?
Well, Crystal Palace it's the home of Winnie the Pooh and all of his little friends, and Tigger too, and that gets you right in the whole heartstrings. We've had multiple meals there, multiple times. Jared really has a penchant for that Crystal Palace breakfast.
8 a.m. breakfast.
Yes, I have great photos of the park empty because we had a Crystal Palace reservation that morning for a birthday. Jared likes to go to Crystal Palace for birthdays too, other people's birthdays.
There you go.
But my
I'm going somewhere else with mine.
Yeah, apparently not for his. My son did get to join in on the friendship parade with Winnie the Pooh and his friends on his birthday. So.
Hey, J. Crow, I hate to break it to you, but our Cinderella's Royal Table reservations are at 8 a.m.
That might be a problem, but I'll be there just because you made it.
And
I can say no to Jar Rocks and Spoon. I don't think I can say no to Lynn's Reed.
Say no to this face. It's a good face.
I will say, though, that the El Crows is planning on being at Marathon Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She may say no. So, moving on. The Boathouse, unfamiliar, and I'm going to say it wrong, I'm sure. Jaleo? Jaleo. I'm unfamiliar with both. Somebody educate me. Someone who knows what they're talking about, educate me on these.
Jaleo is a restaurant by Jose Andres. I haven't been to the one in the Disney place, but I have been to the one inside Aria in Vegas.
Boom. Name drop.
Delightful. His specialty is paella. I'm going to just jump in and I'm going to vote Jaleo because one of my other goals to achieve, aside from Signature Dining Day, is to have a day where you only do tasting menus. And Jaleo is the only restaurant I can find that does a lunchtime tasting menu. So, boom.
I know the Boathouse has a $40 dessert, which I still want to order. Linz, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm on it. You know what it is, or do you just know it's $40?
It's like a baked Alaska thing.
Well, baked Alaskas are very difficult. It's like a dome thing with like a frozen, like creamish, I think it's like thing in the inside, and then you put meringue, and then you
light it on fire, right? That's that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnic.
That was my torch action.
If there are no fireworks when we go, then that's the fireworks.
Jared, did you have ice cream from?
Oh, I did have soft serve from Jaleo's Quick Serve Pepe, which was very good. So that's my only experience there. Who are we pushing through, Jaleo?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think, did anyone mention the Boathouse? Anyone?
Just the dessert, but like I would eat at Jaleo before, even though I've been wanting to eat at the Boathouse. I think my parents ate there, and they said it was good.
They did. They said the seafood was good.
Let's go with Jaleo just because it sounds cool.
You can rent a boat car boat.
Yes, car boats.
Okay. So do we even need to talk about the next two, or do you just want to write them in, Jar? I mean,
write it in.
I feel bad for the contestants, but
Beth and Devin, do you have any feelings about Wine Bar George?
I haven't done either of those two.
I have not done either, but they look like they have really good cheese, so I've been wanting to go.
They also have a Dole Whip Frosé at Wine Bar George.
I did see that.
I do want to try.
Disney Food Blog did have like a video of like from yesterday, bringing out food that was like sizzling and
the cheese was on fire. Yeah,
was that it?
fire cheese.
It was melty, bubbly cheese, which, as we know, is one of my favorites.
So that's what you're talking about, Devin, about the cheese that looked good?
That, and I think there's like a big ball of burrata cheese on the menu too.
Ooh.
But none of that holds a candle to the seafood towers at Morimoto or the Peking duck for two
for one.
2 for 1.
Or the
Or
the ramen.
Yeah.
Or the kids' meal with the little bao buns and the hot dog.
I'm just gonna be totally straight up
Not
with you
too
guys.
shabby.
All 4 of you guys could have voted for Wine Bar George, and Morimoto would have moved on. So that's the way it works on this channel. So
We have a king.
yes,
Monarchy.
do we need to talk about this one at all? I think it's kind of obvious, right? Yeah.
You guys, Beth, Devin, any feelings on Citricos?
I've never been. I've only been to California Grill.
Brunch at Cal Grill.
How is brunch at over there?
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
It's very
You get-
expensive.
It is expensive.
And if you have expensive taste, you can get your money's worth. But people like me who are picky, probably not worth the
You
money.
are you are talking to the right people.
You were talking to the exact right
It's one of those places where there's like a buffet and then you get an entree and you can actually get as many entrees as you want. So go
And the
hungry.
buffet
Why have
has
we
like
not done this?
a lot of seafood. I think
Marathon.
it's a sushi bar.
Yeah, there's like a sushi bar. There's like free champagne, fancy beverages.
Yeah, it's
Like-
fun. And you're there for hours. They don't rush you.
Yeah.
Really?
Consider those kind of
This is-
places like a challenge. It's like, oh, you want me to like challenge me to eat all that I can?
It's an experience,
Hours.
definitely.
Yes.
Is only on Sundays?
Yeah.
Is that true?
We did it for her bachelorette party.
Yep.
Oh. Have you
Sundays
ever
are
done
tough
it
for us.
after a
Disney
race?
folks.
No.
No.
It'd be hard to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Meredith said it ends at 3.
Oh,
I could do
okay.
that for half.
So
I could do that.
I can be slow enough to make that.
I think
make
the
that.
El Crows and I have something to do.
Seriously.
someday.
Yes. She would love that. Let's move on, or this is going to be an 8-hour video. Is it Jico? I don't have no idea.
Chico.
Jico.
Jico and Flying Fish. I'll open it up to the panel. I've eaten Flying Fish. It was my late grandfather's favorite restaurant at the WDW. Papa John always made a reservation at Flying Fish.
Love his pizza.
So for
I'm gonna
Papa
jump
Crow, I'm going to go Flying Fish.
I've never eaten at Jico, but I also have some sentimentality about Flying Fish because that was a Reed family staple back in the my adult WDW Renaissance. We love Flying Fish. So Flying Fish.
I think when they built the boardwalk area, like they built that really nice restaurant, and it was kind of like the premier restaurant in that area.
Yeah.
And I think that's why my granddad we were always beach club, yacht club people, still are. That's how we ended up there. So Flying Fish, I'd say let's move that sucker on over.
Do it on.
Yep.
Now, this next one, I've got lots of issues. I've already emailed Disney Food Blog. That, I thought that this was a travesty to put these two against each other in the first round. They've yet to reply to me. Narcoossee's, Victoria's, and Albert's. Seems like a horrible matchup this early in the bracket. I'm going to vote Narcoossee's. Because I've yet to make it to Victoria and Albert's. We plan to have our Star Wars formal dining event there at some point where we all dress up like we're at Canto Bite.
November 10th.
Thank you, Jared. I was looking for the date.
The third day.
So if you want to dress up like you're at an intergalactic casino and eat some really expensive food, you're totally invited.
So excited.
Thoughts and feel. I'm going Narcoossee's because I've been there. I like the Grand Floridian. I like how it's out there, kind of like in the water. I like how you can watch the light parade, go around while you're sitting there. Is it my favorite steakhouse at Disney World? Nope. But I don't have experience with the others, so take it away. Linz Reed.
I'm also torn, like Natalie and Brulia, because I have been to Narcoossee's and they have really amazing lobster bisque, and I do enjoy good lobster bisque. Like any
Jared and I both have shared it.
Oh, it's so good.
We didn't share a bowl. I had my own.
I had my own. And so did Marv, and so did Dovey.
Food is not meant to be shared. It's meant to be talked about. Anyway, but I feel like Victoria and Albert is going to like blow my mind. And so on the basis of pure assumptions not grounded in reality or facts, I'm going to say Victoria and Albert's.
Siblings, let's hear it.
Ooh. I have been to neither, but I feel like Victoria and Albert's is, it's one of those goals places. I mean, just out of that, I would go with Victoria and Albert's.
The $16 lobster bisque was excellent at Narcoossee's, but I'm having trouble remembering what I had for an entree.
I don't
You
remember
got
what I
some
had for
weird
lunch.
pasta thing, if I remember right.
Was I being good before a race?
I can't remember the rationale, but I was like,
What?
why did he order that?
I don't know. But I'm going to go V&A's because I expect it to be great.
New England, bring us out of the fog.
I don't have experiences with either. I have heard about Victoria and Albert's, and I have heard some people say that they were a little underwhelmed due to like portions and how teeny tiny things are. From looking at the menu, I would go Narcoossee's.
So
I've not-
3-2. This is an important vote here.
Oh, is Marv on the line?
Yeah, we might have to go to Marv.
I've not been to either, but for someone who likes to order grilled cheese, Victoria and Albert's is far too fancy for me, so I voted for Narcoossee's.
Boom! Just like that.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, we have a tie situation here.
We got to phone a Marv.
I guess we'll phone in Marv. So hang on a second. Thank you, Marv, as always. Your dining insights inspire us and bring us knowledge.
Mhm.
I think this next category is going to be right in Marv's wheelhouse. If this doesn't go a certain way, he may stop paying for things for all of us. Topolino's Terrace or the Yachtsman. I would say Marv's favorite restaurant at the WDW. What are we going to do? Thoughts and feelings time. Let's start in Rhode Island. New England, bring it.
I'm going to go Yachtsman. I've had some good experiences there. Breakfast also at Yachtsman is good.
Oh.
Nice.
Have you eaten at Topolino's for breakfast, Beth? Did I
No,
see
Devin.
you do that?
Oh,
Devin
I
has.
did. I had the waffles.
So where are you going to go, Devin?
Probably Topolino's because I don't eat steak. And I've been there for breakfast and enjoyed it, and they have pasta that looks pretty good for dinner that I could probably eat. And the characters are very cute.
Respectable. You just broke the words. I don't eat steak. Just broke Marv's heart.
Okay. Good over there.
Siblings.
I've never been to either, so
Jared.
go with Marv and go with Yachtsman.
Linz, what did I order at Topolino?
You ordered
Bouillabaisse.
bouillabaisse. You
Okay.
ordered
I do like
Tino
a
at
good
Yachtsman.
bouillabaisse.
So bouillabaisse. Yeah.
Okay, I've only had one meal at Topolino. I had duck gnocchi.
We had duck gnocchi and a really,
That was really good.
great burrata situation
hmm
with stewed
All-
tomatoes.
All that to say, I choose Yachtsman.
Marv, that was
They have-
a
they have
strategic
a-
move.
They have a really good ribeye. Of course, being from Texas, we know our steaks, and for like $56 or something for a ribeye, that's a pretty good price for something that's good.
That's a cheap
Yeah.
steak for Jared.
Correct. Can I jump in the
That's all I'm
Jake?
going to say.
Lindsay, the floor is yours.
Okay, so this is going to be a plot twist. So I have been to Topolino's. I haven't been to Yachtsman, and Topolino's was grand. And I got that like lamb shank that was
good.
in my head and was very beautifully presented. So that was good. I think I kept giving some to Jared too because it was so big. Anyway, but on the basis alone of the pictures Jared has sent me of A, his steak, B, his cioppino, but C, really this is like the kicker for me, is the bread and garlic butter situation. On that alone, I'm going to choose Yachtsman because I feel like when my heart gets there, hopefully it will not be clogged by the gratuitous amounts of steak I will eat there. But I feel like there will be a warming of my heart unrelated to cath lab needs. It will be a metaphor.
And it's not garlic butter, too. It's like garlic.
Garlic in butter, right? It's like actual garlic cloves, right?
Yeah, actual garlic cloves, yeah.
In the butter.
I mean, that just seeing that picture, I had to take a moment. It was a beautiful thing. So, Yachtsman, you're welcome, Marv. I trust you.
Proved. That was the right call, everybody. I don't know a lot about the next one, other than Homecoming is one of my favorite places at Disney Springs. Just write it on in there, King.
You guys been to Edison, Rhode Island?
I honestly didn't even know they served food. I thought it was just a bar.
I know they have like
bacon on a rack
that hangs on like clothespins.
Yeah.
That's all I know. But also, I should go get my squeeze bottle.
I've filled up my squeeze bottle more often than I've actually eaten there. Wish I had mine.
We filled up our squeeze bottles and then went and had dinner at Morimoto.
That's a perfect combo right across the sidewalk there.
They also have great chicken. Chicken donuts.
Biscuits, deviled eggs. They once had a salad, and this sounds bizarre, but they had a salad and the dressing was a scoop of peanut butter ice cream that you allow to melt.
Sure.
And it's supposed to be really good. And I am low-key regretting not getting that. I think what was happening was I was trying to be good for a race. That was a long time ago. And so I got a normal salad. Well, it was also excellent.
The J. Crow's owns and loves his water bottle and very rarely puts just tea in his. Moving on. Enzo's Hideaway versus Frontera Cochino.
Just
zero experience.
I don't know either of these or even where they are.
But I'm going to, I would vote Enzo's.
Yeah, Enzo's just because Frontera Cocina, I haven't looked at the menu.
I believe they have like grasshopper something.
Oh, that's good. But, okay, I'm just going to go Enzo's because the end.
Does the Rhode Island crew have any experience with either of these?
Nope, Enzo's sounds good.
I think I went to Enzo's before Marathon last year, but I just had plain pasta or gnocchi, something simple. But I haven't been to Frontera.
They're probably two of the amazing restaurants we've never been to. We might need to investigate these in 2021.
Me as a resident of Texas, I'm probably not going to eat Mexican food in Florida.
That is exactly what I was going to say.
That's a really good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening.
Why don't you just pick something and write it in as we enter hour 3 of this video?
I have made reservations at Enzo's. It looks cool, like Maria and Enzo's. That looks like a cool place. I guess Enzo's Hideaway is the underground.
Oh, then I went to the other
bar.
one, Maria and Enzo's. I didn't go to the
one that's like a airport or something.
Yeah, I think there's seating up top and then on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. All right, Ragland Road or Splitsville? I can contribute this much to this conversation.
I just know I'm not picking the bowling alley.
I was going to say, I've never been to either, but I don't want to exercise while I'm eating. That seems unpleasant. So
unless you're
Ragland
running
Road in Animal Kingdom?
No, these are all Disney Springs.
Okay.
Both
Ragland Road has Irish dancers.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know where you're talking
Irish
across
place.
from Morimoto.
Yes.
Yeah. So based on its proximity to Morimoto's, I choose Ragland because if it's not, I'll just go have second lunch at
Clearly it must be good because it's right across the sidewalk from Homecoming and from Morimoto.
That's my opinion.
I'm fine with that rationale. Does anyone disagree?
No, I do not.
No.
All right, let's go with the Irish dancers. Paddlefish, Trattoria al Forno. Trattoria al Forno. Jared and I think wine and dine 17. Did we eat there?
Maybe 18. It wasn't 17.
18 then?
17.
I don't know.
I think it was 18.
Track.
Boardwalk area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paddlefish I've heard of.
It's the big boat thing.
Big boat. Not boathouse. Boathouse isn't in the big boat. Paddlefish is in the big boat, which is super confusing.
I've had 3 really good meals at Trattoria, so that's where I'm going to cast my lot.
I have a strong opinion about Trattoria because they have very good lasagna, and lasagna is one of my love languages. So Trattoria.
And I love how the kitchen's open to the dining room, so you can watch them work. I always enjoy restaurants that are set up that way.
Has anyone been to the breakfast at Trattoria?
Oh, me.
Isn't that like a character breakfast situation?
Yes.
Oh,
Rapunzel, Flynn, Ariel, and Eric.
Uh-huh. What did you get to eat?
I think I had pancakes, and they were very fluffy. They came in a weird, like, high stack.
They do a
And they were very
communal
thick.
pastry basket too, with like shell type pastries for Ariel and like suns for Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
We ate there our very first Run Disney weekend.
Yep.
I think we have a winner.
There it is,
Dude.
memories.
What was your very first Run Disney weekend?
Wine and Dine 17.
That was Justin's.
That was Justin.
That was my very first WDW marathon.
That was, I guess that was all of everyone here. That was our first Disney World.
Wine and dine 17. Wine and dine 17. It had a great shirt. It was a fun weekend. The weather was great.
Good medal.
Good medal.
Yep.
Yes.
I have no complaints about that weekend.
That was a good
time.
I ran really slow, but other than that, it was a great weekend.
Hey, I ran really slow.
All right, so we've completed, in regular Slacker tradition, it took us a real long time to get to here.
All right, we'll speed it up.
Let's see if we can move through. Let's complete this eastern side of the bracket. Beaches and cream, Kona. Beaches and cream.
Thumbs
Just
up.
move it on. Any objections?
We have souls.
Okay, thank you. We're not monsters, right?
No.
Sanaa and Liberty Tree Tavern. Don't think we need to discuss that at all.
Nope.
Nope.
Bread service alone, guys.
Do we?
Bed service and memories.
Be Our Guest or Crystal Palace.
Ooh.
I'm going for Winnie the Pooh.
Crystal Palace.
Oh, that was
There
a terrible
too.
Tigger. That was a terrible Tigger. I'm sorry, guys.
Try again. Try again.
Wow, I feel like I'm in the 100-acre wood all this time.
Yes.
Tigger.
Was that a vote?
I vote Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
All right, Crystal
Hey.
Palace moves on. There's Eeyore. Good job, Jesse. Haleo Morimoto. I'm going Morimoto. It's my favorite restaurant.
Yeah. No question.
Next one, California Grill. I love
one's
flying
tough.
fish, but
A little, a
Oh,
little tough.
California Grill.
California Grill has Magic Kingdom right there. You can watch the fireworks. You can watch Happily Ever After from the roof.
You guys done that on the fireworks?
No.
I have once a long time ago.
My vote's for Calgrill as well.
Same here.
I think so too. Even though both times I've eaten at Flying Fish, it's been like excellent. I think I've eaten at California Grill 3 times. 2 times it's been excellent. 1 time it's been like, it's okay. But I'm going to go with California Grill also.
I'll go with California Grill, even with my hearts and feelings.
Oh.
I still,
Now this is the battle of the steaks. This is huge. Steakhouse battle. We've got the Grand Floridian. We've got the Yacht Club. 2 of my favorite resorts at the WDW. I will easily pick a Yachtsman steak over an Arcusi steak any day of the week. I'm excited to hear what you guys think.
Yachtsman, just because of the pictures. They looked really beautiful. And any picture of a steak that makes me emotional is probably a good steak. And I felt feelings about it. So
That's
Yeah.
2.
Yachtsman.
That makes 3. 4 makes it move along. You're welcome, Marv.
Move along now.
Move along. Homecoming versus the restaurant that people think they might know where it's at, but have never actually eaten at. So write it on in there. Sorry, Enzo's. It's the restaurant we think we kind of know where you're at.
I think that's the
Ragland
point of it,
Road.
though.
Yeah, we get the point of it. Ragland Road or Trattoria. I don't have experience except at Trattoria.
Has anyone eaten at Raglan?
no, but they have chicken strips on the menu, so they should be ousted.
Move
I think we're-
Trattoria through. It's also a boardwalk restaurant, which means it's superior in every way.
Points for location.
Yes, thank you, Beth. All right, now we're getting into the hard stuff. This is where, all right, just Lens Reed, would you again remind everyone that we're all friends and that we can get through this, and if bitter words are spoken, that there are apologies.
We come to this place to be all of who we are and share all that we know. And sometimes when we bring all of who we are, it conflicts with all of who the other person is, and that's okay. So just remember, come with an open heart, full of love, which I think is a song from Phantom of the Opera.
That sounded close.
Sounded close. So I believe in you. You believe in me. Reach out and find your happily ever after in each other. Amen.
Amen. Amen. I feel like we can get through this and not hate each other at the end. Beaches and cream. Sanaa. Tough.
Can I order an entree from Sanaa and dessert from Beaches and Cream?
It's not how this works, Jocks and Spencer.
I vote Beaches and Cream. It's tough, but I vote that.
I'm going to vote Sanaa. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So I am allergic to all nuts. So dessert is not my friend. So Beaches and Cream for me is really just fried food. So I would take bread over fried food any day.
Fair enough. I approve of your choice.
With justification, it's hard. It's kind of hard to dispute that. Jarox and Spoon?
Sanaa is great. So is Beaches and Cream.
Okay, here, let me put it to you this way. Which one are you more likely to run as a cast member? Close, Dad.
Beaches and Cream. Beaches and
Does that
Cream.
help you make a decision?
Yes.
Thank you. I thought it would.
I didn't hug anything at Sanaa, and I've hugged desserts at...
Yes. And I've not been to Sanaa, but I've been to Beaches and Cream. I've had the exact same waitress every single time I've ever been.
Erlina?
Arlena.
Aww.
Our sweet little Erlena.
Yeah.
Jez D.
I haven't been to Sanaa. All I know is Beaches and Cream. And there's a whole can of whipped cream.
A whole can?
Whole can. So I have to go with Beaches and Cream. And also I really like grilled cheeses too. And they have a really good one.
Devin, have you had the grilled cheese there?
I have not. I haven't, but I'm going to vote for it because it seems more like my style of food.
The grilled
I think we
cheese.
need to take Devin there.
I think I've eaten there I think I've got the grilled cheese there like 3 times. And I'm a meatitarian, so that's something.
Wow.
That.
Beaches and Cream for the win.
Yeah. As Lynn says, it's a jolly holiday with dairy.
It is a jolly holiday there for that purpose.
All right. Somehow a MK has made it this far.
And it stops.
It's
Well,
done.
it's
Morimoto,
bye-bye,
write it in.
Morimoto.
Sorry, Crystal Palace, you didn't stand a chance.
Not
Now, this
Okay,
one is going to potentially cause a fist fight, a virtual fist fight. California Grill versus Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Oh.
These are 2 heavyweights that really should have met in the Elite 8, if not the Final 4. I'm going to hold my thoughts and feelings until I hear some others because I'm pretty conflicted here.
I actually feel some feelings about that.
All right, Lindsay Reed, lead off.
Okay, I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to say California Grill because I have had some, incredible meals and memories there. 3-hour meals, free champagne from the waiter who loves us, confetti, happily ever after. and the food is bomb. So I'm going to go California Grill, just go with my instinct. It's
I
hard.
love that. Does anyone have a counter argument for Yachtsman that they would like to throw out there?
For Yachtsman,
For
I'm going to have to throw my vote at California Grill.
Same.
Okay. Sorry, Marv.
Poor Marv.
Poor Marv.
Just, I love California Grill. I like sushi for an appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
I like whatever kind of beef thing I got there was like not the kind of steak like we would eat out here in West Texas, but it was amazing. There's something about a signature steakhouse. I don't care if it's in New York City. I don't care if it's in Chicago. I don't care if it's in Orlando. That's where my heart is at, and so I'm gonna have to go Yachtsman.
Okay. I support you.
2-1. Rhode Island.
Red. Oh.
Beth voted for California
Grill.
I think. Yeah.
I'll vote for California Grill as well for the atmosphere.
So the math has me. Jez D, any thoughts and feelings?
Again, I don't have experience with Yachtsman, so I feel like I can't give it justice. I mean,
Marvel fix that.
I-
Wine and Dine weekend, we'll fix that.
This is really a ploy.
There's going to be a
for
steak
Marv.
in front of me, right?
Yeah, this is me trying to get Marv to take me out to dinner to prove me wrong.
Yes.
Sorry, Marv, but there is currently not a Yachtsman reservation on our list.
Oh,
I relayed that information to him. I could hear
he
the
disappointed?
disappointment in the silence on the other end of the phone for several minutes.
we'll give him the fast pass and we'll have first dinner at Yachtsman.
I have a feeling he'll correct that oversight. Now, this is kind of a weird one. We've got a Disney Springs versus, nice try. Disney Springs versus a boardwalk. Two totally different styles of food. Homecoming versus Trattoria.
Oh,
Based on the water bottle alone, Homecoming, right?
this one,
That one.
I vote for Homecoming.
moonshine or something, which I've never had there.
Homecoming.
Unless
That's what
anyone
I
has
would
any
say.
strong feelings, let's go Homecoming there.
Yeah, I have no objections, no strong feelings.
Right.
Homecoming's good.
Okay, good work, team.
My handwriting is terrible this
It's getting worse, by the way.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to try and make our final four here. This is huge. This is where we kind of draw the line in the sand. This is where we know who's light side, who's dark side. Beaches and Cream versus Morimoto. Ouch.
Morimoto.
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 Wait, Justin, did you say Morimoto?
I said Morimoto.
Did you
I can
forsake
take-
your father?
I can taste the bowl of salty ramen right now.
Poor Marv.
Quick Marv story, just because anytime we have a food episode, we end up talking about Marv more than anything else. Old Marv decides he's going to get a New York strip at Morimoto, and it looked decadent. He didn't touch the sushi, didn't go for any kind of noodles, stayed away from the Peking duck for 2 for $1. Straight up New York strip. That's why we love that guy.
Good job, buddy.
He wasn't going to
Morimoto?
order it. Yeah. What's the Skates to Sneakers say?
I think my soul would say Beaches and Cream, but I think that's due to inexperience with Morimoto, but I'd go Beaches and Cream.
Good. Dance your truth. Proud of you.
I'd probably go Beaches and Cream too. I've never been to either. I do like noodles though, so I have to
Then
look
you
at
need
them.
to go.
Wonderful noodles.
Bowl, this you can't even pick it up. It's such a big bowl of ramen noodle.
It's beautiful.
That was painful, and I feel scarred because of it.
Yeah, me too. What do we need to do to
Cal-
heal?
What we do to heal is move on to California Grill versus
Great.
Homecoming.
Shove the feelings down.
Shove them down. Forget that we ever went through that together.
Feelings, what feelings?
California Grill, Homecoming. I want Skates to sneakers. I want y'all's opinions on this first because I have a feeling the way the others are going to go.
These two are very different leagues, I feel like. I'm going Cal Grill for their excellent brunch.
California Grill for me, but I haven't been to Homecoming, so.
Siblings.
Yeah, California Grill.
Jared is so biased on California Grill. I think that's probably going to make it to the finals. Sibling?
Sure.
I've only had California Grill once. And my entree wasn't like I had to go look at my picture and I still didn't remember what it tasted like.
Ooh,
So I'm going to go with
scathing.
Homecoming.
Oh. Lynn's Reed?
California Grill. I mean,
So the math has it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I cut you off. Thoughts and feelings, share?
No, that's all. That's all I need to say. I've shared a lot.
It's a good one. I'll go California Grill also, even though Homecoming, I'd probably go to Homecoming more often than I would go to California Grill.
Because you can't get reservations at California Grill.
Yeah, you can sit at the bar at Homecoming easily.
Just walk into Homecoming.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
get the whiskey cake. Is it the whiskey cake or the moonshine cake? It's moonshine cake.
I've never had that.
Me neither.
I'm always so full.
Goals.
Yeah, because the last time I was there, like Lids, didn't we order like 2 appetizers?
There were 2 appetizers, 2 full entrees after we split 6 beignets.
That's a lot of food.
It was a moderate amount of breakfast, I would say, but we
Breakfast.
did well. We didn't quit. We're not quitters here.
Not quitters and not monsters.
Nope, not in the slightest.
So 2 hours later, we've successfully made it through half of our bracket.
All right.
Congratulations. This group really does like to talk about food
All right.
and Disney restaurants. Viewers, thank you for watching part 1 of 2 of the Disney Food Blog Table Service Throwdown Slacker Symposium. Stay tuned. Coming up soon, you're going to see part 2, and lots of thoughts and feelings are going to be had and shared. See you then. Like, subscribe, and what, Lynn's Reed?
Tell your mom about this.